Low, so I'm just gonna go really quickly because I don't know. I like ADHD videos and I don't know, my mind moves pretty fast. This is the game I'm making. It's gonna be basically I'm thinking it's gonna be kinda like the hood. I feel like it kinda needs a refresher and I think I can actually make the game pretty fast. As long as I don't go into perfectionism and shit like that. But I'm just gonna show you what I have done first. So what I'm gonna do first is explain like the GUIs. So I want there to be a lot of NPCs on the map and things to do. And I want you to, have like a way to interact with them. Depending on that, how you are. So like if you kill like good NPCs, you go lower. You kill good people, you go lower. Opposite, vice versa for the opposite effect. I want a hotbar up here like this. I want the game to only work on iPad and laptop. I can definitely go back later and code some better things for it, like Xbox, shit like that. I'll show you the things I built. I built these guns. Probably when I'm editing, I'll show you like the place where I made these guns. So I just basically, made a what is it, 776? Don't quote me on that. I don't know. Made the magazine. The guns are very basic. But yeah. So then I went into, planning like how I'm gonna do it. So at first I started trying to do like what is it? IK constraints. So I could just automate it. I could just have the gun positioned properly and the arms will move. But I can show you what happens when I do that. It becomes retarded. Yay! Okay, so this is how it is. It's like it would work, but the IK chain is not that good. I would need to dive deeper into the math and stuff like that. And realistically, I do not want to do that. This is not Phantom Forces, but it kind of looks good if you mess with it a little bit. It's just not consistent. So we're not doing that. So we're gonna go into animations. Basically, all I need is one pose. So I made a pose here, actually with the IK constraints, but it's funny. I just need to reanimate it. It's basically perfectly positioned, so when you aim, it's perfect. But at the same time, I shifted this downwards, it looks like this, then I shifted it to the side, it looks like this. So realistically, all I need to do is, this gun will be, there'll be a Motor 6D attached from this gun to the arm. And then I'll have to position it properly, have the correct pose whenever you pull out the gun. And then whenever you're aiming, I'll probably use, the world position, so instead of object space or whatever, offset this to the side, offset this to the side, offset it down. Should look exactly like this. And then when we're aiming, we do this. So it should work for every single gun. I think that's how it is. And this is just kind of like a little playground of stuff that I've been building. Yeah, I made literally everything in here by myself, from the animations, the GUIs, everything. I'm basically full stack dev. But yeah, so I was also messing around with just prototyping in my head, like how I want these to work. Like I made an ACOG. This is what is it? This is an ACOG scope. It has a frame. What is it? Give me a second. Viewport frame. It has a viewport frame on it. So the viewport frame will be here. It'll basically just show to the camera basically what's in front of it. And I don't know, I'll probably have the same thing here. So it kind of looks like optics. So when you zoom in, it'll kind of look like this. So basically this will attach wherever here is. I'm just gonna basically call this this is gonna be kind of like hats, to where you just offset it off a specific point. So I'll just C-frame this here, and then I'll have to manually for each gun and each kind of scope, I'll have to have code in it to offset it, stuff like that. But it'll just take time. How I'm gonna have you put on the scope, I still don't know. It could be like a tool or something. I remember this one guy in YouTube. I don't know if I can find footage of it on YouTube. It's really hard nowadays. But he made a lot of gun games when he was younger, and this is kind of like it. So this is actually building off of guns that I've like ideas I've had since I was fucking 12, 13, and that was 2013. I'm old now, so I don't know. The demographic for this game, I really want it to be E for everyone, but at the same time, kind of like Snipeball, I kind of want my games to be mature and fun and games that I want to play, but at the same time, the target demographic for Roblox would be kids. Just maybe the teens. Maybe the teens would like it. But yeah, this is basically what I'm working with right now. Basically, Claude told me. I asked Claude for help. Basically, helped me. Shout out Claude. I found this tutorial, which I actually saw years ago. I just never really did anything with it, and I kind of already figured out the same shit myself in my JoJo game. which yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let me know if you see this video and you want me to start live streaming. That would actually help a lot, especially if people would quit, because right now I'm just recording and then unrecording, and you know, hoping that I'll get back to like, you know, when I need to, you know, edit it. But yeah, so just for funsies, I'm just gonna close this because my laptop is fucking ass now. The battery's fucked, and a lot of the memory I think is taken up by other shit. It's just an old laptop in general. I think some of the stuff is failing, but who knows. I think I need an SSD. Now, this is another game I was gonna make, but that is besides the big point. This is like the building place. I'll probably already have shown clips, but I want to show you this. And you can only see when it's modified, but I made this when I was really, really young. Like, look at this voxel lighting. But yeah, this is the AK I built. You know, you can see the vision. So like, I wanted this to go like in the camera, but when I built it, I wanted it to like just be like a normal tool. But like when you're zoomed in, like you see frame this perfectly, like to where the camera is. I did not know network replication, and that actually wasn't a thing during this time. I just did not know the C-frame math, but you know, you can kind of see how I've improved. Like, the model is completely different. Look at that. Look at that. Cool, right? But yeah. Now let's get back to actually making the game because I want to do this quickly. I do not want to waste time. Right now, what I have, let me play a test. I see everything that I have. I'm just gonna go quickly so I don't, you know, get late. Yeah, get lazy. So look at this. I made some animations with motion animations. You know, there is kind of like an issue because you see the little glitch, like when I walk and I stop, it kind of like slowly tweens back. I already know what the issue is, dude. It's the snapping is, so the back bending is replicated on the server, but it's also done on the client, so it's a lot more smooth. But you know, nobody gives a shit about that. Like on also it'll take a lot of memory to like, you know, do it like snapping perfectly all the time. I think this is good enough for what I'm making. If it does lag, I'll have to go back, probably lower the amount of information being sent to the server. I mean, that's really about it. So this is how this is gonna be. When you're walking normally, it's like this. When you're mouse locked, you can actually do this. I would get in the nitty gritty. I don't know if anyone even gives a shit about that because most people do not program, they don't care. But you can also kind of see like the debugging stuff over here. I'll have to remove that probably later so I can actually read like bugs and shit, but yeah. So now we're making the AK. So right now, what I need to do is I need to attach the AK to the arm. And before I do that, I'm going to show you the network replication shit that I was talking about. I might be wasting time, but it is what it is. We're going pretty fast. This won't be a pain in the ass to edit because I won't be high as shit. I'm just slowly talking, taking my time. I mean, at least it's fun, but you know, maybe if I was live streaming. Also, shout out to this one YouTuber. Hold on. Let me see. YouTube Shorts. Oh boy. Mr. Rhodes. You know, this actually pisses me off, but I'm not about to reset, you know, everything. Tokyo Spliff. Shout out Tokyo Spliff, bro. If you guys don't know this guy, he's a big inspiration for what I'm doing. He just kind of drinks, smokes, and like live stream. He's also pretty funny. He makes a lot of cool shit too. He knows the math behind stuff. I don't know what libraries he's using. I guess OpenGL / Vulkan. But yeah, this dude is actually really cool. You know, big inspiration for me doing this. That and the CPM I can get from making these videos. Shout out Streamer University agent. Probably put a clip in. Okay, so you can kind of see on here how it replicates. You notice how it's not choppy, but it doesn't smooth at all. But yeah, really, you only care if it's smooth on your character. And here, you can kind of still show the same thing. And okay, perfect. Now let's not waste time. Let's keep going. We're gonna move this to test. We're going in here. So I'll show you what I got going on, how things work. I'm probably gonna keep some stuff private because you guys are gonna hack the fuck out of my game if I show you everything. But this is basically how it is. I like using these actual values. I don't know. I don't like using attributes because I can't see and manipulate them. I mean, I guess I could if I put them in here, but I don't know. This is the way I'm making the game. So gotta make it really fast. And I'm using classes because, you know, I know how this goes. I am not rewriting these scripts, so I decided to make a change later on. So this is how it's gonna be. Gun class is basically everything that every single gun will need, and then from there we will inherit from gun class and then make like a Automatic weapon, I think already, the reason I made these guns is shotgun, automatic, and then semi-automatic. So yeah, I'll explain. Semi-automatic like this, or like any rifle, like the like maybe the Lee Enfield, where it's kind of like you shoot, you click once, you shoot, shit like that. Made the magazine, the bullet, 9mm. Shotgun will just shoot multiple bullets at the same time. This will shoot bullets, you know, every few seconds. This will only shoot once you click. So click and hold, the bullets keep going. Click and hold, nothing happens. Click and hold, nothing happens. Blah blah blah. We'll get to the logic later. Right now, what we need to do is we need to attach this gun using this thing here onto the arm, and that's really all we need to do to start off. So we need to do that here. So attach gun, gun model, the parent shop out tool, and we will need to do add motor. A B, so self dot right arm, and then, or you know, let's be consistent. We'll do concat. Yeah, Roblox is kind of dumb. It does not know what I'm trying to do, but you know, sometimes it knows. So right arm and then self dot attach. So now we're gonna need self dot right arm, self dot attach. So we'll go here. When this is loaded in, we will need to get self dot right arm. Self dot right arm equals self dot char dot wait for child action. Right. And actually, because this is actually not 15 character, I kind of, you know, shout out the people that make these characters, because I had like an R6 scaling script, that shit broke. You know, depending on how happy I am, like when I edit this video, you know, I might show you a lot of stuff. But you know, I'm trying to go fast, and I know people's attention span is pretty fucked like mine, so it's what it is. So let's see here, right hand, and yeah, right hand. So at this point, I'm not even gonna do the whole self thing, like fuck that. Char equals self until the parent. That will actually be the. It actually would not immediately load it in. We would actually get the player first. So player equals self tool, the parent. Let's see how it is in the backpack. Let's just see. Clone. Where is this? Oh, so we didn't even get to it. Model.value. What is the issue? No with clone. I could have sworn yeah, the value is the AK-47. Model value. Maybe if I add like a wait 3, because maybe it just didn't load in, because that should work. Let's just debug this before we move on. Still no. Okay, perfect. Alright, so model value should be an object value. So print gun model. Alright, self dot parent. And then we'll just return. So the rest of this doesn't work. False. Okay, I can't do that. Let's just hyphen this out. But yeah, I'm gonna stop recording up until I figure out what's wrong with this, then I'll explain. Because I am not sitting here and editing all of this shit. So yeah, goodbye for now. So yeah, it's been like a minute. I figured it out. I'm a genius. I'm never wrong, or allegedly. So now it works. The issue was that I deleted the old model, and then because I was editing it over here, and then I copy pasted it. Did not exist anymore. Value itself did not go away. So you know, Roblox. I mean, I can see how that'd be confusing to some people, but anyways, I understand what's going on. Okay, so next, now we can unhash this. So self.gun model equals model value. Well, we're only gonna want to clone this once, and then we're probably gonna want to parent this self.gun model parent. We might want to make this self.tool, just because we might need to use the tool later. And then we gotta Place all the tools, place all the tools. Model value. Do I need that? Separate that. Now it's unhashed. Let's uncomment this stuff. Now we're going on to this stuff. Tool. Cool. Already have it up there. Self-add attributes. I don't know. Just because I want to make it this way because I have OCD. I'm gonna do this. Now we have the player. Oh yeah, because now we're gonna need the player to, because this is gonna load in. The tool will not be inside of the character. It will be inside the toolbox. So to get the player, which will call self.player, so I can use it in anything that here. That's like fucking whatever this is called. This is basically an object, and I'm just gonna do it like that because I don't know. It's cool. What's there? Okay, so the player. Let's see. It'll be in the backpack. Where's the backpack? Kind of forgot the hierarchy, so this is probably gonna error, but let's see. Yep, it errored. Oh no. So it'll be inside the backpack. So it'll be the tool's parent will be the backpack, and then the parent of that will be the player. So tool.parent.parent. And then yep. And then self-attach. Cool. Roblox is retarded, does not know what I want, so self.right arm equals self.char, wait for the child, right hand, perfect. And then self.attach equals learn how I do things, Roblox, please. Yep, that. Perfect. And then now we just need to attach it. So let me comment this here so it's kind of like, you know, better. Equipped, unequipped, setup, perfect. We're going to want to attach this to the gun, not when it's equipped. And I don't think we'll ever detach it. So you're going to want to immediately. Oh yeah, that actually was a good comment. Sometimes Roblox knows what it's doing. Yeah, we'll comment it later. Self-attached gun, and then we're gonna need detach, and then the hand. Or we're just gonna do hand and attach. Doesn't really matter. I'm just OCD. Choosing this. Do this. Self.right and self-attach. Changing this from right arm to right hand because this is non-R6 character, and that should work. Only issue is I'm pretty sure the motor is going to be far off, so we're going to need to C-frame this. We'll just do it to a.c-frame, which will be the right hand C-frame, so we'll just do that. Because that inverse shit is just going to move it perfectly to where it is. C-frame, no. Alright. So, you know what it is. When there's a bug, I am going to stop the recording because I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm not going to be editing out rambling, so let's go. So cool, I fixed it. Basically the issue was I did not use these things here. This used right hand, yeah. So perfect. Now we have another bug. This model is actually anchored. So we're gonna have to go here, model, anchor it, unanchor it. Perfect, now it should work. The collisions might fuck it up, but yeah, look at that. Look at that, now it's attached. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So yeah, you remember the inverse thing that I deleted? Yeah, we're gonna need that back. We're actually gonna need that back. So we can just go out to Claude. I do not have that shit memorized. No. Where did the welding thing? Let's see. Animation action. How to loader 60 place. Blah 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 blah. I already know it's the offset, the two offsets from a certain point. Thank you for teaching me this. Thank you. Part 0, which is A, so it's gonna be A. We're just gonna copy this whole thing. So, part this is just A. A.C frame inverse. Speed.C frame. Parent is the tool. Self.attach.C frame equals MSC frame. Well, we just attach. Perfect. Leave a motor stand, and it should work. Let's see. Oh no, equipped. Yeah, we're not even dealing with that right now. Perfect. Now look at that. Now we can start animating. And look at that. It just goes away. If we wanted, I'm just gonna make this instant, dude, because I'm not gonna go through and like add like, I mean, it wouldn't be hard to like add a delay and like a equip animation. I'm just gonna do this quickly though. So like when you pull out your gun, it's just gonna play an equip animation and then you'll be able to use it. But yeah, this should work. This works perfect. Alright, so now you do the animation. So we'll need to take the same process and weld it onto a rig. So, yeah, got this rig, copy this rig, paste it here. Also, no, I should not be animating here, but you know, fuck it. Look at him. It's like a blue shirt kid. Okay, let's see. Animation rig. Okay. 7. Any rig, you get 47. Set this action named nanosave. Let's go away. That does not matter. You know it. Display name. Subject. Subject. No display name. Perfect. Now we're going to do the exact same thing. So, all right. So let's just get some code to do it. We'll put the code inside here. Just copy this code and just put it in there, and we'll edit it. And I will be right back once I actually attach the thing the same way I did to the. All right. So we got it. We got it now. So this is perfect. Exactly what we need. So I'll just copy this. X this out, paste this here. Now we have no use for you. Goodbye. And now we just animate. So we gotta basically just copy how it looks here. I'll copy it in the aiming area. Or it should be easier to offset, don't think it really matters. So we'll just put this aside here. So we can kind of copy the way it looks. Should be good. So, time to animate. Animation really isn't that hard, so you gotta go here, animation rig. Where's attach? Here. So we should mess with attach. We don't want this like this. You know, it doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be perfectly aligned, just good enough. It's like this. Like this. And now we got the gun like that. Now we need it. Yeah, we'll just use this. So, no more like this. Let's position it now. It's like halfway through with the bottom of here is here, so that's perfect. Then we need to rotate it like this. And I'm gonna move it inwards, so we'll go to global space. We'll turn it to the side. Looks pretty similar. I like that. Something like here, go local. Or no, let's get the gun in place now. So we're gonna go here, click attach, rotate this, rotate it yet again, rotate it one more time. Then this, the gun itself is to the side, so we're just really got the hand placement. Hand placement is like this. Yeah, we're gonna make like all this other stuff like on it invisible, but yeah. How far in is it? Gun's back is face the character. It's like right on. So perfect. That's good. Let me move the other on. That's it. Let's stay in a position. It's upwards to the side. No. Then it's turned to the side. Perfect. Now we'll do this local space. Move it to the side now. It should be inside of the torso. How far in? How far in so they can't see. Perfect. We basically did it. We did it, boys. This is perfect. So, however we want the animation now to look like whenever you're holding it. I mean, this is kind of boring. Like, it's not moving. But to be fair, I don't think we really need to do anything else. So, this is perfect. I like this. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So now all we need to do is file. We need to save it. Save as decay idle. Perfect. So now all we need to do is X that out. Go into here. Random saves idle. Saves save slush export. Save all blocks. Idle. Blah blah blah. Okay. I'm gonna need to actually name this, so okay. 7 idle. Save. And voila, now we're done. So I'm gonna go back to when I actually make it to, you know, fuck it. I'm gonna probably cut to I'm gonna cut to when I make it work with the equip. Or I'll show you guys when I'm making it. Yeah, fuck it. I'll cut to that. Just for the video. And now I'll cut to when the idle is actually implemented. And I'll kind of either explain it or show you how to do it. No, I'll just explain it. So now I'm basically just gonna explain as I go, because fuck it. It gives me more content, and this is actually a long process. If I get stuck, I'll just won't show you guys. So now we have the AK-47. We have attributes. We'll just strictly keep the attributes. We'll go over here, put an animation in. Animation, idle. And then for the idle, where you have the animation ID, it's that. So now whenever it's equipped, we need the animation to play. So this is where this comes in. So this is not self.tool capital, it's self.tool lowercase now. And now whenever it's equipped, we're gonna want to do self play we're gonna want to do something here. So self dot state equals dot new string value. So now we're gonna have to have a state. We're gonna have to have a state machine. So yeah, we'll just call it unstate. So self.unstate equals self.unstate equals oh no, self.unstate dot value equals equipped dot state. Cool, perfect. So this should work. So we'll just add some stuff here. Make unstate, set up, perfect. This looks good. So now we have gun state. So now whenever the gun state itself is changed, so we're gonna do self.gunState.change connect function. Yeah. Else if let's copy this. We have none equipped and then unequipped. I have to change this and misspell that. And this should be the states. So there's gonna be the state machine. Don't know much about like actual state machines. I just kind of did this a lot. So now we know when we're in these states. The none state, I don't know what it's gonna do. I just have it there because it's like a placeholder. Equipped, whenever it's equipped, we want to play the animation. Play the equip. Play the equipped animation. Stop the. Well, really, it should just stop all gun animations. Play the equipped animation. Stop all gun animations. So we're probably gonna have to have like a table of all the animation tracks, and then we have to just stop all of them. So perfect. So let's do that. So self dot. We'll probably put this up here. Self dot gun animations. Just have it be a table. So local. Oh, cool. You can actually just do that. Local idle anim equals self.tool idle or child idle local idle track self.hum load animation idle. I'm not going to need a humanoid, so we're going to go back up here. We're going to go here. Self.hum equals self.char child humanoid. Now this should work. Load animation idle anim. Now we're going to put idle track. That we think is true. We're not gonna play it. We're gonna put it into self.gun, or we'll just do table.insert. So table.insert self.gun animations, and we're gonna put it in idle track. So perfect. So this should work. So what we're gonna need to do is to play. So idle track, play, and then for I, B, I anim pairs, basically every single thing inside of the table, self.gun animations, do anim stop. Perfect. And we might mess with easing in a second, but I think this should work. This should definitely work. Now let's see what bugs we got. Oh god. What? Oh. Yeah. This we're just gonna cut out. I'm gonna put this in script saves. Put that in there. Both these bug scripts are dumb. Scale factor demo. That's dumb. Perfect. I'm gonna go test. Okay, cool. Animation did not play. So let's see what it is. motor script. Oh, cool. Posture. Cool. Hold on, let me just stop this animation and shit. When I get this figured out, I will come back. Alright, so I figured it out. I figured out what the issue is. This will not work actually unless it's on the client. So we are going to have to do network replication. Fuck no. Okay, so I mean gun state realistically just needs to be value now that we checked for. Yeah, so I'll record once I do that, once I mess with the local script. I'll be right back. Alright, so now we're starting the client. Blah blah blah, plot helped out. Has to be done on to Hold on, wait a minute. I might actually be able to do this. Because this I think requires handle. Let's see. Manual activation requires handle. No, this might work now. I did not read all that Claude was saying. Yeah, now it works. Look at that. We had to change the animation priority a little bit, but this works. This works pretty well. Look at that. We did not need to do it on the client. I knew it. I'm just a little bit slow. But yeah, look at that. So we're gonna kind of want to make this a little bit faster. Made the gun client. Don't really need to do that. Quick 1 and 2. We can remove the prints. We don't debugging. Simple answer. Pretty easy. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's see. Perfect. Idle track play. Using, so we'll do 0. 2.25. That's pretty simple. We'll do 1.5. So we're just gonna mess with the using for a little bit. Gonna make it look a little bit better when you equip it. Cool. We'll increase the animation priority too. So idle track. Dot priority. Cool, perfect. That should work. Now the movement animations won't mess with it. And it still fucking does. Oh my god. Now let's learn a little bit more about animation priorities. Animation priorities in focus. Or idle movement, action. Cool. Oh, cool. So that's the actual loading. So I think I just didn't do that. Actually, I did. We're gonna check the movement script. Alright, let's see. Maybe it's already action. Should be movement. Let's see. Character scripts. Rotation. Where's the movement? What? Am I tweaking? Well, anyways, when I figure out the animation shit, I will come back and I'll explain what I did. Well, I was sitting here thinking, like, what is wrong with it? And I remember this is R15, this is an R6. I can't just move the shoulder and expect it to, do its thing. Because probably when I animated the walking thing, the walk animation, I used probably maybe the upper arm, lower arm, something like that. So I'm gonna have to go back to the animation and then, kind of jiggle it a little bit just so, it knows that it needs to do it for the entire hand. Like both arms. So we'll be back when I'll do that. Or no, I guess we can just watch. This won't take long. This won't take long. So plugins, Min Animator, idle, here, yeah, control. Perfect, so now it's the upper arm, lower arm, right hand, attach. What's up arm, lower arm, left hand. Perfect. It should work, just for safety. I'm also gonna do it to mag. Mag does not move at all. What the actual fuck? Well, this is gonna be fucking annoying. Does the magazine even rotate? Well, now we have another fucking problem to deal with. Are you kidding me? Well, we're probably gonna have to remake these animations in a second because the magazine itself does not work. Problems, bro. Such as it is being game dev, but that's what it is. Alright, so we're gonna have to kind of problem solve this right now. Maybe we can just move the arm to the side and then we can just do a script to where the magazine pops out, falls on the ground. And then when an invisible magazine in the other hand just goes there and then just goes uninvisible. Honestly, I think that's for the best. That's probably for the best. So, perfect. Now we're done. Need to file. Save and close. It's gonna be a headache. I really feel like I need to fix the magazine. Because then now I gotta do math for it. So save to Roblox. Why can't I override existing animations? Yeah, here. Here we go. Damn. Now let's also try to figure out why the AK-47 itself is like that. Oh. Handle. Alright. Mag should be attached. Weird. Have to remake it. It really depends. It's a good thing we're starting with the AK first, because if we gotta remake this, we gotta just remake it once. This is probably for the best that we know it at least, and now let's continue. So, X this out. Now we just need to test it. Bam! That works. Let's not tween into it. Let's just have it be done in like 0.05 seconds. That way you just it kind of hides like the fact that the gun itself is not perfect position at the beginning. Yeah, the gun's collisions are on. Yep. You could really just use this as like a first-person camera, but I think we'll still make a view model for the game. Because this isn't that JoJo Steel Ball Run game to where I'm gonna make it to where your body orients itself perfectly. I mean, realistically, I could do it for the back, but I'm not going to. Man, this bitch bothers me. I'm not gonna bother. So, perfect. Things are looking good. I might take a smoke break, but I don't know. I don't want to sit here and think about what I need to do next. Actually, I'm just gonna say what I need to do next. You could really spend some time beautifying this. And there's some issues with like the movement and the rotation. Like when you get off of rotation. And I think realistically, I know what the issue is. I just need to fix it. Yeah, I think I need to fix the network replication. Or just do the thing in preset. Let's try to like fix the back because that is actually bothering me. And I guess I'm a perfectionist. It shouldn't take long. If it takes a long time, I'm just not gonna do it. So let's go. Rotation fine. You know, realistically, if you're gonna look at local scripts, you're gonna look at local scripts. So like, let's see. Where are we rotating the back? Update stats. Should be pre-simulation now. So good. Pre-simulation. Let's see if it breaks it. If it doesn't, well, we're good. It's also gonna fire the server a lot more. And it didn't fix jack shit, so that is not worth it. So that's that. We might as well just do it like the. Then we might as well put it here, right? Yeah. It's with the server. I don't know, like it. Pretty sure the issue is the legs anyways. It's a lot smoother now. Oh, because it's in sync with the server. Perfect. So actually, realistically, watch this, watch this. We do not need this at all. Look at that, just one line changed all of that. We 100% need that, we 100% need that, I'm sorry. We're just gonna have to go into the server, rotation server, which should be script server systems, rotation handler. I'm gonna change this to rotation server. Replicated cam server, two ways to name the name of the thing, does not matter to me. Between, which is like between faster, 1.15. Quad out. Over here, 1.5. Quad out. Or for you, yeah, we'll just do that for now. Perfect. Let's see if this works. You know, my brain just farted. I don't even remember why I changed what I changed. Cool. Alright, so I think on the server here, we need to make this like 0.2, so it kind of overrides the tween that is doing on the server. But it might not work, so let's see. Change this to 0.2. Let's see if it does any difference. Nope, there's no difference. So we'll do this to 0.1, make it a little bit faster on our side. Nope. We'll just do 0 for the tweening. Perfect, so the tweening should just be 0.15, same as the other. Alright. That's as good as it gets. There's another issue that I saw, and I want to fix that before I do anything. And that is, when you're moving to the side and you stop, you immediately go back to facing like the right direction, and that's because auto rotate. So I need to like make a custom auto rotate or something like that. But realistically, it does not matter. And let's see how annoying this is. It looks fine. It looks fine to me. Okay, it looks smooth. Look at that. Just got your gun out. And the plus to like, having the parts like this, like using the same model and stuff, is later on when I'm making the view model, it will literally just be a copy of the character. It'll still use the exact same animations. It'll probably also have a human one because I'm not gonna bother using animation controller. I don't really use that, don't know it. I'll just disable all the states, so like does nothing, and there's like no ray casting, which will cause lag. And we can literally use the exact same animations that we're using now in the view model. And I'll show you. I actually have a previous game that I made where I kind of did the exact same thing, kind of like the same setup, like how I have everything made. And from there, we will continue. So what we need to do next is we're already done with the visual stuff. Now we need to figure out how deep we want to go into this. So like, I made it to where you only have like you have two primary guns. You have a like a pistol, and then you can have 3 tools that you can use. So this could be like a knife, it could be like food, something like that. You don't have a lot of different things. So like bandages, shit like that. I could add an inventory system. I just personally don't want to. Like, it seems like a lot of work, and I don't know. You really don't need a lot to be in this game. You genuinely don't. And yeah, if you wanted more space, you could probably just not have a second gun. Then you could have more tools. So I mean, yeah. Pretty simple. Simple basic game. So I think next what we need to do is, when I come back, is I will make it to where the gun itself goes to your back. And realistically, all I need to do is, if you have like a gun in your inventory, when you're loading in, we just need to have it animated to your back or your upper torso, and then we'll just leave it there. We'll make it visible and then invisible. We can have states to where, like, I don't know, I just want it to be snappy and fast, because, I don't know. It's basically Roblox, you know? Look at this. So smooth. Look at the animation smooth, man. Might even add some, like, states like crouching, which would impact, like, how accurate you are. Then we could do all of this. Just can't have it check to see if the animation is playing. But yeah, this is good so far. I like it. I don't know how realistic I'm gonna make this. This is based off the hood. I mean, the hood doesn't even have crouching, and I don't think anyone really gives a fuck. That, and yeah, I don't know. So I don't think I'll add crouching or proning. This isn't gonna be like a realistic military simulator thing. But next, what I should do is, whenever you have a tool out, I think your arms should rotate to face, like, where you're looking. So we can do that next. We'll do that next. Alright, so we are done for now. Hey, I'm back, and I was reading this community resource on how to animate tools, and I know exactly where I went wrong. It's supposed to actually be welded to the torso if I want to be able to animate the magazine, so the scope is smaller now. We could use math to probably do it, but who knows how long that'll take. I'll probably give up after like an hour, so you might just see the... Hold on. You might just end up seeing the mag disappear in like some type of way. Maybe I'll just have the magazine just fall to the floor. Have like another mag attached to your left arm that's actually invisible. And then, play an animation of it going in. It's really just animations. I just have to lower the scope now, so we cannot size the character because I'm not doing the math, even though it would just be algebra and like proportions, shit like that. Yeah. So let's get back into it. The arms, that's what we're doing. Okay, so we're first going to do this on the fly. Let's just make a script and just do that. Arm movement. So vocal arm movements. What's this? Arm movement in it. Arm movement. Function. Arm movement. We're probably gonna use Claude for this, but I'm gonna try to figure it out in my head, because you should always be doing that. You should always kind of know what you're doing. So we're going to want to rotate arms to face camera Y direction. when camera is looking up, the arms move upwards. When facing down, the arms down, down. So, if I was to guess, just based off of what I already have, we're just gonna really need to be messing with vectors and shit like that. So, we're gonna need two vectors. So we're gonna need the vector of your camera, and then we're going to need to base it off of something else. So probably your torso, or your humanoid root part. And then we're gonna need the Y direction, shit like that. So it's probably gonna be the exact same thing as here. I still don't understand the math behind A10 too, but you know, fuck it, we ball. Don't really need to know math, we're just gonna try to do this quickly. That's prototyping. Okay, and hold on. So now let's make a good prompt. So I want to make it to where when, let me just paste this. I want to do this to be followed to the right upper arm. Okay. In R15, which you can figure out the exact name. I think it's the shoulder, but right upper arm. Yeah, right shoulder. Right shoulder. And let's see what it cooks up. Come on. We need something that actually works. Yep, using the root part, upper arm, right shoulder. Cool. Original C0. Pretty cool. H. Cool. Very basic. And it even tells you how to clamp it. Perfect. This is really all I gotta do. So we gotta copy paste this, make it work inside of my script, and we should be good. So I'm just gonna literally plop it right here. For the services, we're gonna need to go up here. This should be... I'm gonna run this on the server and the client. So we're gonna have to replicate it. So right now we're just doing it on the client. Just client side. So, yep. Player, camera, this. We already have replicated camera for the server, so we don't have to worry about that. So all this works. Let me just change this to self.dot. Self.player, self.cam, self.char equals self.player character or self.player quadratic weight. We're gonna call this self.char. I already know there's like a quick way to like replace everything. I just don't know how to do it, and I really don't care. This isn't that long. So self.root, self.upper torso, self.right shoulder. So it's gonna be self.char, self.torso, right torso, shoulder. Original C0. So we're gonna want this to be on the server. We're gonna probably want to tag this out and see what it is. If it's just C-frame, then we're good. So print self.original C0. If it's just C-frame.new and there's like no rotation shit, then we're good. We don't have to replicate it to the server. Oh boy. Yeah, like that. Test mode does not work. Come here. No, I'm not messing with this. I'm messing with this. This is gone. Just fast boats. Fast. Okay, so it did not print shit. What? What? Oh. Did this just straight up not activate? What is wrong with this? Maybe it's in the wrong place? No, it should be. It's in started character scripts. It should work. Let's print. Loaded. Yeah, anyways, once this is debugged, I'll come back. I'm not gonna debug this with you guys watching, because it's gonna be a pain in the ass at it again. Alright, I think I got it. I just misspelled some stuff, so look at that. It is not actually what I thought it was. And something broke. Something else broke. What the fuck? Wait, I guess it didn't? It's odd. Alright, never mind. Maybe I'm tweaking. I'm pretty sure I'm not tweaking. I saw something, but whatever. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Very good combat like. Okay, perfect. So, we are actually gonna have to store the original C0 somewhere. So, we're gonna have to have this to where it's replicated. Which means we're going to put it inside client values. I'm gonna make this. Might as well make this an actual thing. So we're gonna put here number value. We're gonna call this number value rotate arms. If the value is greater than 1, that means we want it to rotate arms. If it's 0, then we don't. We want to do this because maybe there's multiple situations other than just tools that we want to do it. So maybe, I don't know. If multiple scripts are using it, it'll be 2. And then if one of them doesn't want to do it anymore, it'll -1. But maybe someone else, like some other script is trying to do it. So if it's still 1, it'll still go. So we need to move this into here, into arm movement. And then we're going to call this arm movement client. We don't have to bother putting it like the arm movement server, like in the service scripts or whatever. I mean, we could. I don't think it really matters though. Genuinely don't care. The remote for it, we'll probably keep it. You know, fuck it. No, I want everything to be in the same place. It's just kind of disjointed. So, that. We want to name this replicate arm. So this is gonna go away when you die. Yeah, I don't think it matters. It doesn't really matter. Did I do this for all of these? I did not. So we might as well just keep doing the same thing. I'm gonna cut this. Let me start collapsing some of this stuff because it's kind of annoying. Alright, over here, storage, remotes, camera, rotation. We'll put it in rotation, so makes sense so. Right? Right. You don't know. We're just putting it here. I don't care. So now we're good. We're gonna still focus on the client. We're going to want to make sure we can get the player character. I don't think any of that matters. So cool. Rotate arms. Let me just put this up here. Rotate arms down equals script parents. Cool. So what we really want to do is just have this actually bend, and we're going to want to have a value in here called C-frame value, and then original C0. Okay, cool. All right, so that C-frame value will be set up. So was that, and then local orig C0 val equals let's say arms with child origin C0. Move this here. I'm gonna put this up here. Move from the services. Original value equals self.open. Then we actually don't need this. This is redundant, so we're just gonna do this. We don't need this. Cool. This is already global, so we don't need self. It's not contained. Perfect. Now we need to just do this. Hopefully it works. Then the original C0 value here. Self.cam. And now it should work. Only on one arm. And it immediately fucking errored. Just constant error. Okay, so what did I do? Right shoulder. Perfect. So for right shoulder. This. Cool. Should line up. Perfect. Yep, we should probably cap it at 90 degrees. So, pitch. Let's see. I think I saw it on here. How to clamp it. So pitch equals match.clamp. Not that rad, not rad. And then this is the same, right? Assign. Cool. So pitch equals match.clamp. Want to do it 90 degrees. So, perfect. Now this works. Now we need to do this for both arms. So, right upper arm. Now we'll do left upper arm. Left shoulder. And then separate this just for cleanness sake. So I'm going to change this to left upper arm. Left shoulder. Okay, so we need to do right original C0, left original C0. So instead of that, we're going to left orange C0 val. We're going to need the right one. Left. Anyways. Left. Perfect. So now we're gonna need to put this here. This here. Remove this. This is the right original C0, left original C0, be right original C0. Don't really need to have like that stuff there. I mean, I'll probably add comments later, but I don't know. Yeah, kind of get the math. So the pitch is the exact same for both of them. So we're gonna do this here. Self dot left shoulder goes to left. Original C0 value. This should work. Let's see. Oh, there. Left shoulder is not. Oh, it's right up around. Hold on. Perfect. Now let's see if your errors. Please don't err. Oh, fuck. What did I do? Oh, right shoulder, hold on. Oh, and I mixed this up. Right, left, left. This should work now. Man, my back hurts. Alright, perfect. Now with the gun, does this. Look at that. It's pretty good. I think visually this looks amazing. Cool, so now we just gotta replicate it. Oh, fuck. Okay. Gun model itself should be there should be no collision, so let's just do that real quick. We gotta go up, into storage. Here it is, primary AK-47. We're gonna select all of this. We're gonna make it can fly low. And then if it has things inside of it, we gotta make sure that's collision's off too. Cool. Then we shouldn't have the movement then. Perfect, look at that. Now it's starting to come together. Maybe it should be based off the mouse, not the camera. I think it genuinely should. It 100% should be the mouse, not the camera. So we're gonna also have to do. We're gonna have to replicate the mouse itself, because this is. I mean, it looks good for what it is, just not what I wanted. Face the mouse's hit. So let's just, you know, ask Claude. I'll come back when I figure it out. I do not want to record this part. Alright, so I was looking at a previous game that I made like in a month. Basically the same thing as this, except, you know, more finished. And this was using R6, not R15. You know, shout out my brother for these models. Didn't really make the game though. But I made it to where whenever you have a tool out, you automatically go into mouse lock. Except now I'm giving you a choice to be mouse lock or not. I take that choice away depending on how much work it is. But yeah, it moved the arm space off of, you know, how you were looking only when you were mouse locked. And then, you know, I guess when you're not mouse locked, it just shouldn't do that. But you know, we got it. So I can close this, because my laptop's doo-doo garbage. Go here. Just test to see if I'm right. So you should only have your arms move like that when you're mouse locked. If you're not mouse locked, it should just stay the same with this, just at your shoulder. And perfect. So now we just need to make it work. We need to make it replicate, and then yeah. So what I'm gonna do, insert this range stat, whatever. We're gonna need to be able to disconnect this, so we're gonna have to do. Or we just add a boolean. Oh yeah. It only works if the value's on. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do if rotate arms value is greater than 0, then let me rotate this. Perfect. And then else. We're gonna need to add a boolean for when it changes. So we might as well make states, because this is gonna like reset it back to the original value, and then the animations will not play. Like they just straight up will not play. So to fix that, we're going to need probably states. So it's going to be instance of new. I'm just gonna call it state. Instance dot new string value state dot value. Here state value. It's off. So now it'll only go once. So if rotate, I'm set back that, then it's on, otherwise it's off. We really don't need to span it. So now we're gonna state dot change connect. Oh yeah, the value. Yeah, we need that. If val is equal to no. Yeah. Else. going to on, going to off. We're gonna need a boolean for this. Oh, cool. Auto update. It's false. It's on. Auto update. It's true. I don't even think I need to do all this, bro. Hold on. What the fuck do I need to do? I need to sit down here and log in. I need to log in right now. I want this to just go on once. Realistically, we won't need the state shit. We're gonna just go back to the basics. We just need a debounce, so we're just gonna call it debounce equals false. If debounce, then turn and debounce. It's true. Here, debounce is false. Perfect. That's really all we need. That's really all we need. We don't need any of this shit. Alright, so this should work. Should work perfectly. So right now it's not doing anything. Go into here. Go into your character. What are two versions of that? So cool. My values. Rotate arms. Right equals 1. And we're doing that. Now it's 0. Resets. Is 1. Now it doesn't. Perfect. We have done it, boys. We have done it. So yeah. So now we need to make it to whenever the mouse lock is on. And this happens. Or we can just, you know, I guess realistically it would just literally be whenever mouse lock is on. Unless we want to make it to where your arms don't do that. Like regardless. Because we could just keep it on all the time. I just rather not. So perfect. So I think we're gonna have to go into, yeah, we're gonna have to check whenever it's mouse locked. So that should be easy. Should be very easy. Should be inside of mouse lock. Force mouse lock. This isn't even global, so hold on. And I haven't even tested this game on mobile, and it needs to work on mobile. So probably have to test it later on both devices. Yeah, it's the client thing. Oh, the server now. Let me see. I guess whenever you have the tools on. And it needs to replicate to the server too, so. Never really need to replicate mouse lock. But we need to figure out if the mouse lock is on or not. So we're gonna do here. Remote event. Cool. Replicate stock. And then the script. Server. You can tell the script is old because I'm just using regular functions. You see how much more dirty it looks? This is why I like doing it like this. It's just cleaner. Anyways, so let's see. So, response server. This function in it. We'll run it. And then local rep mouse lock was the parent, the child, replicate mouse lock, replicate mouse lock, server parent, next function, player, the boolean. You know, this might suck because you can do this for any player, but now we know who the player is, but it's a set character, only you can do it to yourself. It'll just be a visual thing, so it doesn't matter. So random slot value equals 4. Simple as that. But we need to add some checks. So first we need to check to see if player a character. Cool, hold on. Local char. Post player character. Local. Equals script parent. Parent. So script parent, and then one more parent. So this is local char. So if characters like local char, then return end. Then we'll change it to the bool. So that's the fix. Perfect. You know, I genuinely think this might be a terrible idea, letting you guys see the code, like especially server code. So this might not be in like later videos, especially if it's like something sensitive like the guns, like the bullets and the firing. But right now this is all visual, so I'm not going to hide it. Also, if someone really wants to exploit my game, they're gonna exploit it. I just gotta find creative ways of stopping it. Alright, perfect. So this should work. Now we need to go to the client. We're going to up here, over that. Little parent. Cool. Toggle lock. Server, true. Server, false. Now we can get that. No. The server. We're not forcing us like server. Arm movement, server. Local arm. Server. This. Function. So if script parent, we use define values. Define values equals script parent. Values child. And then unlock that value. Cool. Oh, function. Cool. Perfect. So unlock value. Okay, so if bool, yeah, we'll just do this. Bool is equal to true or readable. And it's gonna be plus equals 1. And then that. And then now we actually have to go back to rotate arms. Cool. So now we're gonna have to check, so pick mouse start. Then make sure value and it's not even time value to lines, so that's like just the parent. So we need to do that here. Go to arms. This is on the server. Yeah. I'm just doing some arms. Oops. I'm just doing this. This. You know, I'll be back once this is all completely done.